Hello everyone, welcome to 123 Simply Craft. My name is Mary Lou Zoll and I'm a Stampin' Up Demonstrator in Australia. For today's class, I thought we'll use the Beautiful Friendship. It's a really nice stamp set and I make another fun fold. This one is a sliding card with a card inside. So I thought that something like this would be really cute. And when you give it to someone, it's got that real wow factor on it. And we're gonna be using this, and also I'll be using the designer paper that is called Beauty of the Earth. And what's the book? Get the book. Now in the book, it's on page 11, and you see all the details in here. We're gonna use also the dies and the stamp set and the designer paper. I love this so much. I sort of got all the items to go with it. So we're going to cut the tree, the two trees, and the leaves. So okay, so I hope you like this. Oh, I better show you the paper, right? So there's this design, and it's got these beautiful leaves on there. This is one of my favorite, this one. And then it's got the wood. This one here is so beautiful. Just really, if you cut that and like that, you can make 6 cards out of one sheet of designer paper. This one with the little trees and just green on the back. This one is gorgeous. And then there's got the sky. This one. It's got this one with the leaves. It's just very beautiful. So I'll be using a few different pages of this just to decorate the card. So okay, let me give you the measurements to begin. Okay, all the pieces that we need. So we need a 5 7/8 by 10, and I'm using what's this one called? Early Espresso. Okay, so we need one piece that is 5 7/8 by 10. We need another piece that is 7 1/4 by 4 1/2. We need 2 pieces of designer paper, 4 5 3/4 and 4 5 3/4. So the same size but different designs. Then we need 2 small pieces of scrap so we can cut the tree tops. And just to give you an idea, that's 4 3 1/4, and another piece that is 3 3/4 by 3 1/8. Then we need an envelope, of course, and then this is other pieces to decorate the card. That is 5 3/4 by 1 5/8. We need, this is for the little card on the inside. Remember there was a little card, this one here. So we're gonna be using 2 pieces that are 4 3/8 by 2 3/4. And we need a piece of the cardstock that is 4 3/8 by 2 3/4, the same size. So 3 pieces, 2 designer papers, and one white cardstock. Then for the sentiments inside, we need 3/4 by about 3 inches. This is half an inch by about 4 inches of Early Espresso, and then a little bit of Merlot. Whoop. I think it's called Merlot. What's it called? Mary Merlot cardstock, just to cut a couple of little birds to decorate the card. So that's all the pieces that we need. So to start, I think I'm gonna do the stamping first. Let's do some stamping. Okay, let's put this and this away, and we're gonna stamp the inside of the card, and we're gonna stamp the sentiment. So for the sentiment, I'm gonna be using the happy birthday for the front. I'm gonna be using the sending a card instead of a text for the inside, and I'm gonna be using the hello from the Beauty of the Friendship. So let's do some stamping, get that out of the way. And this one here, we're going to use let me see, what did I use on this one? Black. But we're gonna use something different. We're gonna use the Early Espresso. And I'm gonna stamp it here, just like that. Beautiful. And then I'm going to stamp a tree, and the tree I'm gonna be using this one over here, and I'm using the soft white. And what I do with this one, I'm gonna stamp off first and then stamp in here, because I want it to be just very soft, just like that, because it's for the inside, so it's nice just to have it just a little bit soft. And then for the leaf, I'm gonna be using the mossy meadow, and again I'm gonna stamp off, and then I'm gonna stamp. Isn't that cute? All right, so that's for the inside of the card. So we're gonna put this away. Put this one over here for later. Now we're gonna stamp the happy birthday and early espresso, because it's the darkest ink. I was gonna do black, but I think the black will be too harsh, so I'm gonna do this one here. There's a happy birthday, so we put that aside. And there's one more stamping. What did we say? We needed the hello. Now with the hello, I am actually gonna emboss the hello with a little piece of Merlot. What did I do with that piece? Disappeared. Had to be here. Did I show you a piece of Merlot? Oh, I'll get the Merlot. Okay, got the piece of Merlot, and then we're gonna do some embossing. So we use the embossing body here, the Bersamark, and the hello. Okay, a little bit more, I think. There we go. Put the lid on. I hit embossed. Okay, hit emboss the hello. So we're gonna keep this for later. All right, so now the next step is we're gonna score these pieces. So let me get the scoreboard. Scoreboard, and we're gonna get the piece that is 5 7/8 by 10, and on the long side we're going to score a 4 1/8 and 8 1/4. 4 1/8, 8 1/4. So that's the longest piece. Then the smaller piece, that's the card for the inside. This piece is 7 1/4 by 4 1/2, and on the long side we're gonna score a 2 7/8, 3 3/8, 3 7/8, and 6 3/4. Give you the measurements again: 2 7/8, 3 3/8, 3 7/8, and 6 3/4. So that's all the scoring that we need to do. Put this scoreboard away. Okay, and now we're gonna fold in all these pieces. So that one goes in, and this one goes on top. Make sure that it's nice and even, and then we fold. So that is our base of a card that looks like that. And then this one here, you see there's the belly and the indentation. That's the part that you fold back backwards like this, and then see how there's 3 lines? I fold the middle one first, making sure that the middle goes exactly to where the other score line is. And I score like that. So far, that's what we got. This one goes down, this one goes in, and this top one, I fold it backwards like this. So now we have like a little book. See? Okay? So now at this time, we can just put a little bit of glue here or type to glue it together. Let's use, what do we use? Let's use glue. So it's like we're making like a little book. And we close it. Like that. Now we have like a book. Okay, actually while we got it, let's decorate it. So we have these 2 pieces that we cut before. They are 4 3/8 by 2 3/4, and we're gonna put one over here and one on the back. So let's attach this one first. It looks very difficult to make, but very simple. When you go step by step, everything looks complicated when you look at it. But when it comes to put it together, it's super simple. And this one we go on the back of it. Bit of glue. And we attach this one to the back here. And on here, we're gonna attach the one that we stamped before, which is this one. We're gonna put it in here, like that. Actually, this got a bit of fluff. I think I need to change my blade. So I got a bit of a file here. Take the fluff off. It's better. So we attach this one here. Okay, so this little piece is almost done. We just need to add this little piece that we embossed before. So I'm going to cut it and make it a little bit smaller. Might as well finish this bit. Just make a little square. Like so. Like that. And we can attach it to that. But I'm gonna have another little piece of the paper, the brown paper, which I didn't get. Just a tiny little piece, like, I don't know, about 3/8 of an inch, because I think that will look better. Not too big, just a little, so it stands out a bit more. And when you cut the designer paper and it's a dark color, you can see this white. Don't really like that very much. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get a blender pen, and I'm just gonna color just that edging, so we don't have any white showing. Super easy. We do that. So now I add a bit of glue here. Oh my goodness. This glue. Okay. So we attach this one here. And we're going to attach the hello. To this, so I can make sure that it's straight. Okay. So we got this done. Turn the glue around. So now that's the little book that's gonna go inside. So we put this one aside so we can put it together. And now we're gonna work on our base card. For the base card, I have chosen this beautiful piece of designer paper. You get rid of all these bits. Okay. And we're gonna attach it to the front of the card. So now this glue and this one. Very annoying. So I'll get another glue. I use a lot of glue, as you can see. Every time I make a video, the glue plays up. Okay, so this goes here at the front, nice and even all around it. So that's the front. This is the inside. For the inside, we have another piece that is identical size to the one at the front, 4 by 5 3/4. So we're gonna attach this like this on this side. And again, see the white over here? We're not gonna like that. So we're gonna go like that. And you can see the difference. You see the white? I don't know if it shows on the video, but it's really, you can really see it. So that is better. So much better. Okay, so now we're going to attach this here. Attach this here. And then we have a small strip here that is 4 by 3/4 of an inch. We're gonna attach that here. But before we do that, let's do some die cutting. Okay, for the die cutting, I already cut these two just to save a bit of time, and the 2 little birds. So we need 2 little birds. We need 1 small tree, 1 large tree, 1 large tree, and then remember these 2 pieces. So we're gonna have there's 2 pieces. So I attach it with a bit of washi, and I'm gonna put it here like this. And this other piece, I'm gonna put it in here, and I'm going to die cut it on my cutting machine, and then we put it all together. Okay, that's done. So we gently peel this off. So that's that tree there, and this one is these 3 over here. Get rid of these bits. I don't want these bits here. Okay, so now we got all the pieces that we need, and put this away, and we're gonna put it together. Okay, let's put this over here to the side. All right. Actually, wait a second. Now, remember this was here like this? Remember, it was like this. So I take this off. But I really like how this little edging goes up and down. It looks like grass. So what I did on my other card, I just cut this here like this. And I get my scissors and go like that and like that. So now it looks like I got a little bit of grass to put my tree on. So how tall is my tree? So I want my tree to be here, and I want that to be up there. So we're gonna make sure that it fits. So I'm gonna attach this one, but there, right. So let's put a bit of glue here. Down here. And then the trunk was here, the tree, and then that there. Yep. Okay. So let's put a bit of glue. I make sure that I glue all this flat in the card because you don't want too much bulk on here, because you know it's inside and we already got the card here, so we don't want it to be too thick. And then we're gonna attach that here like this. Like that. Okay. Whoop. Hold on. I did dry very low. And then this little piece, it looks like grass, isn't it? So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here, and I'm going to attach it on the base of the tree here. All right, just like that. And I'll give you a closer in a minute. Now let's do the little birds. We got two little birds, so I'm gonna put one up here because I think they're super cute. And the reason that I'm using this color cardstock, I have looked at the designer paper and the colors that are on the paper, which is over here. So everything sort of looks nice and complement each other. That's what I love about Stampin' Up. Everything sort of coordinates the designer paper with the cardstock, so it just looks very pleasing to the eye. So I'll give you a closer now because I think it's really cute. Okay, so can you see, by using that piece that we took from the die cutting, it looks like grass and the flowers on the background and the little berries. So I think it looks super cute. I love it. All right, now on this side, on this flap, we're gonna put this piece, which is 5 3/4 by 1 5/8, and we're gonna attach it to this flap here. Attach this here, like so. Okay, so that's what we got. Now before we put the insert, I'm going to attach the tree in here, because when we got the cutting here, it's going to be too bulky, so I think it's easier if we work while this is straight like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach, I have this little piece which I'm going to put it in here like that, and then we're going to attach that and then the tree. Okay, so let's put this one in first. This was the one that was 4 inches by 1/2 inch. It's about 1 inch from the bottom. Then we're gonna attach this beautiful tree. Put a little bit of glue on some section here just to attach it. Doesn't have to be attached everywhere, just enough. Let me put it here. Give it a second to dry. And now we're gonna put some dimensionals on the back of this. You can see it's got a lot of, maybe if I put this underneath, you can see it's very intricate. Looks like the tree with all different colors. So I'm gonna put some dimensionals and then we attach it. Okay, we have put quite a few dimensionals in there. I just put one while you're watching so you can see what I done. I done a few just to show you, because it takes a bit of time doing this because it's so tiny. Okay, I think that's enough now. Okay, this is what I done so far. Can you see? I put quite a few of the dimensionals. So now we take the backing of the dimensionals off. There's a lot in here. And one more, and that's done. Okay, so now we're gonna attach this tree here. And see, because there's all this opening, you can actually see the tree underneath. And I think it's just beautiful. And now the sentiment, I put 2 dimensionals on the back of this, so it's raised. And we attach it here, like that. And then of course, gotta put some bling. And love these beautiful butterflies. So we're going to add one here on the sentiment, another large one here, and a small one here. Isn't that beautiful? So elegant. Love it. Okay, now the final thing is attaching this little booklet to here. Okay, so what we're going to do is, see this little flap here that is like this? We're going to attach it to here. But I'm not going to use glue because sometimes the glue, if it comes there, it becomes sticky and the card can get sticky. So I'm going to use type. So we're going to get a little bit of type and we're going to put it like right where this cutting line is. Just a little bit. That's enough. We burnish this. Make sure it's really stuck on. And then we're going to tap at the corners like this. A little bit, just to give it a neat finish. Okay, so that's what we got so far. Now to attach it to the card, we need to attach it like this, like that. We need to turn it to the side like this, and this, we're going to attach it here. Okay, and then this is going to be like that. So when you close this, it's going to be in position, and then when you close this flap, you got to make sure, and you check it to make sure that this core line, there's a core line here, that core line is out of this. So when you're going to open this card like that, it doesn't get stuck underneath. If it's too far in, see, you won't be able to open the card. So you got to make sure that this is, this core line over here is going to be like that. Can you see? Like outside that. Make sense? All right. So let's do that. So we're going to open this. But I measured it. And if you cut it to this measurement, you shouldn't have any problems. I put it straight like this because I want to make sure. And then this edge is going to be right where the score line is. And make sure that even here and even there. And now I just put it like this. And I'm not pressing hard. I just want to make sure first that everything is working. Which it does, see? So when I'm happy that everything is okay, I go like this now and I attach. And I press with my bone folder to make sure that that type is really stuck on. And now when you close it, see, it's just before that. And now to close this, we just have to attach a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue there. So just a very, very thin layer of glue here. Whoop. And a very thin layer here. Just very thin. And now we close this. We close this. And just push it like this to make sure that the glue is stuck. And that's stuck. Give it a second to dry. And then when you close it, this, remember we see now opens up perfect, see? And when you close it, this pushes it in. See? Pushes the card and it closes. Like that. Isn't that clever? Yeah. So that is the card for today. Now I'll show you some other samples. That's the one that I done with you guys. And this is the one that I done before. So the two are the same. But this is with a different designer paper. And you got the little card. And you close it. And then there's another one that I did. Now this paper is retired, but if you have some black and white paper, you can always color in the paper. And I cut these little flowers to put sneaking out like that. And then there's the last one with the pansies, whoop, upside down. For you, some nice little sequins. Super cute. Now I'll make sure that I take photos of these samples, and I'm gonna put it on in my blog. All the details that I have with the products that I use, and all the photos and the list of supplies is gonna be listed below, or just visit my blog, and all the measurements are on the video. So I hope that you enjoy and like this video, and if you do, I would love it if you subscribe and give me a thumbs up. That would really help. And if you need any supplies, I would love it if you share with me. I see you on